This is going to be like a series marathon, because I've been putting these in like consecutive rolls of them, because I haven't been doing a lot of series. Usually I do like 6 episodes a day, so I said I was just going to give you a whole series today and stuff like that. But this is what if Deku had power called God and stuff like that. We'll get back into this what if. So we're going to just go to the USJ. Deku is elected class representative. Not, they were gonna call him class president, but he declined, saying either Momo should do it. Ida got class president because he's a stickler for rules, and Mo's like a secretary. And I'll say during this trip, Deku would be sent by Uraraka and Momo. I'll say Uraraka's asking about that ability to seem to walk on air. Deku explains that I just solidarize air. It's invisible, but it's useful. She asks, can you do something like zero gravity? Deku says I probably can, but I probably never try. And he would ask if Uraraka can fly. And she'd be like, what do you mean? He says that she should get like booster jets on your hero suit, on like your wrist and boots, to make you fly easier. Explaining some stuff like all kinds of crap. You can get like a fan on your boots and everything, and you can hover. And she takes this and a good idea. Now Momo asks how does his creation quirk works. Do you have to know anything, because it seems that you have top scores, everything. Deku would say not really, saying that whenever I got my power, I just knew how to do stuff automatically. I never had a school day in my life, but I'm still saying that I never even read a book, but I still know how to do all this stuff. And she'd be like, so are you automatically smarter? That's whenever Deku brings up the name again, saying that's another reason why my quirk is named God, because God's supposed to be all-knowing, but he never researched one thing in his life. Saying that I just knew how to use my quirk off the bat. Automatically know what to do and everything. And she explains her quirk, saying that it runs off of body fat. She asks, how do you make stuff? Deku would say, stuff just appears for me. Anything I think, anything I imagine. Saying if I really wanted to, I can make a whole fleet of tanks. Or even recreate a human somehow. Listing out on his mind the makeup of a human. It was from Full Metal Alchemist. I think I had wrote down Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Yeah, I think I had the whole list of makeup of a human on paper somewhere, but I'm not gonna read it out. But he says it out loud, saying that's what a human's made out of. But that's whenever he says, but I could probably only make the body, but I can't probably make the mind. But he also says that I can probably replace the brain with the same, or made a flesh computer, he says, saying just replacing, given the brain the function of a computer, saying that I could probably make a human, but it'll be more like a robot with a human body, like a reverse cyborg, like a human with a robot body, but instead of a human body with a robot brain, he says. So there's no point of making it. And she has some questions if he can make quirks, Deku says probably I just have to get some makeup of a person with a quirk, and I can probably make one or change the makeup of somebody's quirk. You know what this is going to get into? Upgrades. Just kidding, I'm not doing that. Because then he can pretty much give everybody the quirk called God. But yeah, this one they'll make it to the USJ. And they would walk in with Meeting 13. Rocka would be fangirling over her and stuff like that. And I'd explain stuff about her quirk. And she would say that her quirk's called Black Hole. And Deku would say, Black Hole then. He would put his hands together and would appear a black ball. And then he would say, activate. But it's not like a true black hole. It's kind of like how her quirk works, where it's not actually a black hole, but it is at the same time. He would open his hands again with stuff getting sucked into it. And she would tell him to stop. And stuff like that. He would. And she would go back on her speech. That's whenever, I'll say Momo this time says, this is supposed to be a hero rescue mission, not a villain test. And he would say, yeah, what do you mean by that? Saying that why are they villains? He would be like, this is not a drill, these are real villains. Everybody stand up. Or stand back. Deku would have just jumped down in a black blur. Twisting. And what's gonna happen is him disappearing. What does this mean, him disappearing? Like, imagine Rock Lee disappearing, but like in a how he can disappear, but no sand coming up into this time. Because he's about stealth. Because he learned how to sneak away from people from training. So yeah. He would jump twisting with his cloak. Like going around twisting at the same time. Like a black figure getting twisted apart, it looks like. And that's whenever people will get met to the face with punches. And people will just be flying, bleeding out of their faces and ribs. Deku would have landed after hitting a couple people. That's whenever I'll see some girl with like a electric quirk would shoot electricity at him. This is whenever he would literally grab the electricity, making it fold into his palm, and would say, here, have it back, throwing it at her. But whenever it hits her, instead of being electricity, it's liquid, some kind of liquid, she says, and it hits her, spreading over her, and he would close his hand, and this would lock her in some kind of metal, because it turned into metal, because he turned it into like golden water, and he turns it into some kind of metal around her, locking her in place. This whenever people start jumping him, he would kind of just disperse their attacks. Somebody would try to punch him. We would grab them by the arms, flip them over, and kick them in the arms again, breaking them. And would throw them back. This is whenever people start jumping him with having their quirks canceled by Aizawa. But this is when Aizawa would see Deku palm all of them in the chest, and he'd be like, what did he just do? With them splatting apart, looking like he just killed them. But when that happens, he reforms them in an unconscious state. And whenever people see him, just kill somebody and bring them back to life. Like I said, his quirk's like Fate Stay Night mixed with Overhaul's quirk, mixed in with Philosopher's Stone, mixed in with like immortality pretty much. Like super regeneration from his ability to bring people back together. But this is whenever I'll say some villains with swords would run at him, and he takes his sword, saying 3-figured slash. It's a long katana, and what Deku sees is 3 slash. 1 slash is going for his head, other one from the side of his body. And what he does, instead of like try to dodge these by jumping over them and crap, he would have just took his hands, hitting the 2 blades that were good. No, he would have opened up his hands with letting the blades go into him. And this is whenever the dude slashes would go through, and that's whenever he thinks I killed him. But you would see him, he would say, did he permeate? But yeah, he would pretty much. I think where I left off was him, like, I forgot exactly where I was at. But yeah, he was like, he did something weird. I totally forgot, man. I'm bad with memory. But yeah. So I'll just get to a different part. He would start punching people again. Oh yeah, he got slashed and he was like, did you permeate or something? And Deku would say no, saying that my regeneration's so high that you came and cut me with a blade because it'll regenerate. Wow, you're cutting through me. He would continuously attack, but this one Deku would say, let me show you how to really use a sword. Creating his 2 blades, swinging them, because his blades are more perfected than any ordinary metal. They would instantly slice through his blades, and he would said, let me show you a true slashes, 1,000 true slashes. Because he did 3, and he said something like 3 divine slashes. He said 1,000 true slashes, cutting him into pieces. But he would tap him in the chest, reforming him together, and he would just stab him in the chest where there's no heart and knock him out like that. Okay, some dude has a burning piece of wood chasing me. No kidding. Every time he swings it, it catches on fire. But this is whenever the no movie gets sent after Deku. Because his power is God. He would just see, he would get punched by it, but he would regenerate. And he'd kind of fight with it with his blades, laughing at it. And that's whenever he would notice that it's a makeup of different people. And this is whenever he would tap him, or he would tap him with him turning back and turning them back into 4 humans. Wait, I think there's only like 2 humans inside of it, with like a modified pieces inside of it. What these modified pieces are, pieces of quirks. Like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, modified quirks that are put inside of him. Black balls. And random meat that they put together in. And he would take them, and he would take the balls, and he would notice that it molds into people. He would take it and put it against his chest, and it would go in. And this one was durability. Oh. But yeah, and that would give him durability. Or shock absorption. At a all might level degree. And he would take the other one. And I'll say you can tell what it is now. He says regeneration. And I'll say, I'm literally just gonna give everything to freaking, you know, Momo, or not Momo, but Uraraka. And he would go up to Uraraka, where she's hiding, go up to her and said, take this, put it into her chest. And I'll say she has a few scratches and it would regenerate her. And I'll say he gets the ability to take quirks away. Outside now. So he would this will be the end of USJ. And now he has the ability to take quirks. And goodbye. Hit that like button or else God will hit you.